Yes, we're started. I want to do a video today on the full moon that's happening tomorrow morning. Well, I'm just aware that I've just gone up my stairs super quickly up to my treatment room and I'm just slightly out of breath. So perhaps I should have taken a moment before I press start, but let's carry on as we mean to go on. So basically tomorrow morning at 9:29 a.m. we have our full moon in Gemini. So what does this mean and how is this going to be influencing us? Now, it's really interesting. I really feel like the last moons that I've been talking about or writing about, I've always been said, oh, it's really important. It's eclipse season or it's, there's something going on because I think we're living, under really intense times right now. I think we can all fair to agree on the fact that 2020, as we know in the astrology world, we were always expecting it to be pivotal. There was going to be a change because We've got cycles ending. We've got three major cycles. We've got an 800-year cycle, an 80-year cycle, and a 30-year cycle changing. So that means that, before we move on to the next level, I often think about the analogy of a snake sort of shedding its skin. It's too tight, it's really uncomfortable. Oh, we're ready for movement. And it's never easy when we have this shift. So we're just aware that right now the energy is unstable and it's unsettled, and the intensity was always going to be building quite furiously in the last couple of months of the year. So what can we expect from this full moon? Now, as we know, a full moon is the peak of the lunar cycle. So 2 weeks ago, this lunar cycle, which started in Scorpio, the deepest and the darkest of all the astrological signs, started with a new moon. And for the last 2 weeks, she's been building that intensity. It's been getting stronger and stronger, and it climaxes, it peaks tomorrow morning at 9:29 a.m. So full moons always bring illumination. If we think about areas of your life that you perhaps have been suppressing or you've been hidden from you, we always tend to get new information, new insights, new clarity. So this is a really great opportunity for us to see what have we been missing in our lives. What is the area of our life that we perhaps aren't seeing the whole picture, or is there a ripeness to let go, to release, to change? Because full moons bring this sense of completion with it. And not only is this just a full moon, but it's basically a lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse. So we're not going to see anything different in the sky, but we're going to feel the symbolism of this eclipse more strongly. And eclipses always symbolize an ending in some form. So if we have a look at where this is in your natal chart, so have a look at 8 degrees of Gemini. Where does this sit? What house is in it? What house does it sit in? What area of your life is this energy being focused on? What is it that's ripe for you to let go of it? What's done its course? It could be relationship, people, feelings, fears, emotions, tensions. There's something that is demanding your attention in some way, links through to theme of 2020. So this is a really great time for reflection. And let's think about Gemini, which this full moon is in. Now, Gemini is an air sign. It's a mutable air sign. So air signs are very comfortable in the mental realms. And Gemini is especially comfortable with facts, sorting things out, talking, communication, sharing ideas. It's about communication. And it's really about how you process the world around you. So in some level, there might be some either acceleration in how you're processing things, your thoughts, your words may have an additional charge, or you may just realize that how you want to see the world, or how you have been seeing it, is being forced to change in some way. Now let's also remember that Gemini is symbolized by the twins, and one twin is immortal and the other is human. So we've got a kind of like a different energy with these twins. We've got one that can look at the spiritual landscape of the world, another mere mortal looking at perhaps what's tangible and what's in front of us. So we have the opportunity right now to see two sides of things. Perhaps the world, which is getting increasingly polarized, that you have to almost pick a side and stick to it. This is an opportunity to open our minds in a different way, to see life differently. And I think that's a really welcome opportunity. Now, it can feel uncomfortable. I really feel like with the eclipses where things are coming up for completion, that does herald ending in some ways, that actually it can often bring through a lot of suppressed emotions with it. So I can often find for many people around this time, perhaps it can feel highly charged, tears can flow, perhaps anger, whatever whatever way your body's wanting to process this time, whatever way your body's wanting to clear this toxicity, this shift in energy, because let's not forget that a full moon is a really ripe time for cleansing. Our body is getting rid of that which no longer serves us. So it's a really great time to drink lots of water, do all those things that we know we're supposed to do, sometimes can get forgotten. Put them into practice, take some time to stop, take a breath. And just notice what is coming up for you right now. What are those thoughts and feelings? Where in your chart are you experiencing it? And our astrological charts will always guide us to what is the message and how we can integrate it and make the most use of it. So I'm wishing you a wonderful full moon tomorrow morning, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. And yes, sending you lots of love. Bye-bye.